Previously on Nikkey delves into Africa. Burundi was highlighted and it was super fun as always. If you have not watched the full video, it is right there at the top right corner. Please go watch it before you come to this episode. We of course saw their beautiful culture, their cities and their food. Now for episode 12, we're going to be going to Somalia and Somaliland. I got you there. Let's go. Let's go. This is Anjeero. It is a type of pancake made from sorghum flour and or corn flour and or plain flour, and it is eaten with the Suqaar, which is a saucy meat dish. I hope I pronounced that well. We're going to be making it today, but first of all, as always, the facts. Somalia is located in the easternmost part of Africa, the area called the Horn of Africa. If you can see, it looks sort of like a horn, and it is bordered by Ethiopia, Djibouti, the Gulf of Aden, the Indian Ocean, and Kenya. Actually though, if you look to the northwestern part of the Somali Republic, there is a demarcated area which is self-recognized actually as its own country. That is Somaliland. That is the area that borders with Djibouti and the majority of the Gulf of Aden. The capital of Somalia is Mogadishu, while the capital of Somaliland is Hargeisa. They are also both the largest cities of their respective countries. The official languages of both countries are Somali and Arabic, but they also speak English, even though it is not an official language. A citizen of Somalia is a Somali, and a citizen of Somaliland is a Somalilander. Let me give a little backstory. Somaliland and Somalia were initially collectively referred to as Somaliland and differentiated by northern Somaliland being under the British rule and eastern Somaliland being under the Italian rule. It was like this until 1960, where both the northern Somaliland and the eastern Somaliland gained independence, actually 5 days apart, and voluntarily merged together to become the Great Somali Republic. Unfortunately, this came with a lot of struggle and violence. It's a long story. I'd recommend you read it up if you want more detail. But after the ousting of the military dictator and president at that time, Siad Barre, Somaliland's independence was declared. That is in 1991. This was actually headed by a rebel group called the Somali National Movement. So on May 18th, 1991, Somaliland gained its independence. Somalia uses the Somali shilling and Somaliland uses the Somaliland shilling. One Somali shilling is equivalent to 0.01 Somaliland shilling and also equal to 0.0018 US dollars. Now the flags. The Somali flag includes a 5-pointed white star centered on a cyan blue background. The star, also known as the Star of Unity, represents the areas where majority of Somalis live. That is Somalia itself, Djibouti, Ethiopia, Kenya, and Somaliland. Unfortunately, due to the political and economic instability, there has been a lot of migration of Somalis out of Somalia. That's why there are other major countries where they have migrated to. You'd realize that all these countries are the countries bordering Somalia. The blue is inspired from the United Nations flag and also represents the Indian Ocean and the blue sky. The flag was designed by Mohammed Awale Liban. The Somaliland flag, however, is a tricolor of green, white, and red with a black star at the center and the Shahada written in white calligraphy on the green part. The star represents its revolution and its origins from Somalia, and the red represents the blood of the martyrs. It was adopted on October 14th, 1996. Somaliland has a population of about 5 million, while Somalia has a population of about 12 million. Together, that's about 17 million as of 2021. Now to the food. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get enough resources on food for Somaliland, so I'm just going to talk on Somalia. I'm not sure if they do share similar foods, but I guess that most of their foods would actually be, identical. But if you are from Somaliland, please could you comment down below about your cuisine. Some of the ingredients they use include sorghum flour, corn flour, goat meat, beef, chicken, camel, lamb. They do not eat pork because of the religion. Some of their dishes include Anjeero and Suqaar that we are making today, malawa, which is a sweet type of pancake, full medam, which is stewed fava beans, and baris iskukaris, which is the Somali version of flavored or spiced rice. Since the basic Somali is either semi-nomadic or fully nomadic, they've adopted, foods from East African country and nearby Arab countries. Also, their cuisine are, inspired by the French, by British, by Persian foods, Italian foods, and yeah, you can see it in the food basically. Now, Somaliland and Somalia actually have completely different administrative process, completely different president, completely different political parties. So you can imagine that it is a fully distinct country, but other countries or internationally it is just not recognized. Now, some interesting sites in Somalia and Somaliland. Number one are their capitals, Hargeisa in Somaliland and Mogadishu. One interesting place in Hargeisa is the Hargeisa Civil War Memorial, which consists of a MiG fighter jet which crashed close by during one of the aerial bombings of the town. There's also the Sarian Museum, which consists of about 2,500 historical artifacts which are spread across halls to honor the history of Somaliland. In Somalia's capital, that is Mogadishu, we have the ruins of Mogadishu, which date back to more than 1,000 years. We also have the Bakara Market, which sells Somali crafts, spices, and souvenirs. It is one of the largest markets in Africa. We also have a number of beaches, but one of the most famous one of Somalia in Mogadishu is the Lido Beach. Moving out of the capitals, we have Kismayo National Park, which is in southwest Somalia, and of course there are diverse trees, diverse species of animals there, and it is very beautiful. We have the Sad ad Din Islands, which is actually an archipelago of 6 beautiful islands located in Somaliland. The islands are known for their splendid coral reefs, beautiful beaches, and large bird colonies. The coral reef is actually known to be the largest, most diverse, and most well-formed reef in the Arabian Sea. Permit me to go back to Hargeisa, Somaliland, and just talk about the cave art of Lasgil. It consists of a series of caves that have rock paintings depicting animals, peoples, etc. They were created by primitive inhabitants of the land and date back to 9,000 BC. That is insane. Lastly, we're talking about the National Museum of Somalia, which holds many culturally significant artifacts, including traditional artwork, coins, battering tools, pottery, and ancient weaponry. In fact, the building in which the museum itself is housed is an historical artifact. The Palatian building was once built for the Sultan of Zanzibar, and its Arabian-style architecture is captivating. Honestly, there are even more interesting places in these countries that would not be shown on mainstream media, but this is all I can fit in this video. Okay, now for the taste test. Oh, and let's not forget one thing. The banana. First thought, it looks really good. I cannot wait to dive into this. Let's check it out. Try this alone. It's not sweet at all. Like, it's not sweet, like sweet sugar sweet. But it's quite simple. And I actually like it. I like the fermentation. I like the taste of the ferment. Yeah, I can see why this is a, you know, good scooping mechanism. I'd say that I don't think I exactly got like the wrap very well, because most of what I see, the back of the wraps are usually much darker than this, but I wasn't able to achieve that. But I think I don't know, I'd give it a 5 or a 6, like just the wrap alone, based on how I did. There are actually 2 ways to eat this. You get some wraps, and for breakfast they actually eat it with a little bit of oil or butter and actual sugar. It's very interesting. Then I think they say they take it with tea, or yeah, I think basically tea. So basically you tear it off and you dip it. It tastes like Anjeero, sugar and oil. Let's try this one. It's so good. The sauce itself is like very simple, but it's a like punch of flavors. The meat taste, the taste of the umami from the meat, the actual meat, like meat flavor comes out very strongly. So you taste like the meat. Then the turmeric and the cumin very, very strong as well. This is good. Well, if I were to pick between these two, the sweet version and the savory version, I definitely would pick the savory version, because I'm a savory girl all the way. I love savory food. I'm not so much a sweet tooth, and I love the flavor. I love the texture of the flavors that everything that this one gives. So I almost forgot the banana. The banana adds a nice sweet cool effect that I really liked, and if I were to rate the entire dish, I'd give it about a 7.6 out of 10. Well guys, this is all. Do you have any questions? If you are Somali or a Somalilander and you want to correct anything or add something, please do so in the comments. It's much appreciated. Almost 90% of the resources that I used in these videos, all of the NDIA videos, are not mine, so I give all the copyright everything to the respective owners. It's just that there's so much, so it's really hard to start to mention all of them. The full recipe for this is going to be in the description box. And yeah guys, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. Please do everything so we could blow up these videos. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. God bless you. Bye bye.